guys, I'm HybridFoxKid and welcome back to the Three Nations SMP. I have very exciting things to show today. I was doing a project off camera because it was a project that I wasn't too sure I was able to successfully do and make it look decent. So I hinted at it in my gold farm episode and then never mentioned it again and did it all off camera quietly, and so if it looked awful and turned out wrong, no one would ever know, and I can just pretend I never said anything, and so that's why I didn't hint at it much. But I've been doing it off camera, poured many hours into it, a lot of resources, and it's finally done. Like, the main thing I wanted is done, I just still got to decorate around it, but yes. And I am so excited to show it off because I'm kind of very happy with it. This is the first time doing this kind of thing. I did something in the same vein before, like about a year ago, but it's nothing compared to the scale and size of this one. This one is pretty big and it was a lot of work. So, we are here at my manual tree farm. I was just walking and talking. But yes, we're here at my manual tree farm and I don't know if I want to decorate this area a little bit more to encompass this entrance here. Very, very awful entrance. Don't mind the stone. It's going to be changed very soon. But yes, so, okay. I am talking this up way too much. A lot of people will probably be like, that's nothing, but I am so excited to show this off because I'm so excited. Okay, let's stop talking and just, let's go. I won't talk, I'll just be quiet. This is, ooh. There we go. I have finished the Fox Guardian that guards Glacious, that sleeps underneath the mountain of Glacious. So yeah, this is what I made the gold farm for because I needed a lot of quartz. So it's a fox dragon, so it's a snow fox. The back of it's a little bit wonky, but so yeah, this is what I've been doing for the couple days. Just non-stop. I would stay up till like 4 in the morning making sure this looks good, and one time I was like, I'm just gonna do the head to see what the head looks like. And then like 7 hours later, I had half the body done and I was like, yeah, that wasn't what I was planning. But sure. But yeah, that's the project I've been working on for the past couple days. It is something I've never done before. Something I've never tried doing before. Again, I did do it before, but it was nowhere to the scale of this. This one has a lot of like organic shapes. The other one I made, you know what? Instead of talking about the other one, let me just show you what my other one looked like that I did about a year ago. So I'm back in the first world I ever took seriously in Minecraft, and this was the very first statue or animal I ever built. This was obviously a dragon, a giant dragon. But this one was very symmetrical and a lot of it had a lot of symmetry to it. So I didn't really get to challenge myself much with this one. Yes, it was difficult, but not to the degree of the one I just finished, because this one had a lot of symmetrical areas, so the legs are exactly the same, the arms are exactly the same, the wings aren't very good. The wings are awful, like even when I was building this, I hated the wings. But yeah, this was my first animal design, and then I really wanted to do the fox, so I did take a little bit of inspiration from this one, obviously using the quartz, and I completely did something different with the wings this time, which the wings look so much better in my fox design. But yeah, this was my first design, so yeah, I'm getting there, I'm getting better. Like, you can see between the two that I am getting a little bit better. But we're going back to the Three Nations, we're going out of this world quickly. So, the next thing to do in this area now is to make the fox feel a little bit more at home. Instead of being in a stone cave, let's make the temperature a little bit colder. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. That time-lapse was kind of everywhere and pretty much got nothing done compared to what you think the area is gonna look like. And yes, part of it is technical fault and a part of it is user fault as well. I kind of forgot to record a certain segment and then another segment decided to get corrupted, so I lost a lot of the footage, but that doesn't matter. All that does matter is the area is finally finished and this project is now completely done. Done for me. I am so happy with how it came out. I It took a long time, but I am so happy with the result. So, instead of me babbling on, let me just continue to walk through here and give you the full experience of, like, randomly being a villager who stumbles upon this place. So you come down this icy cold area, a place that's been, wait, let's reverse a bit, that has got a lot of, like, big ice spikes. So it's kind of feeling that this is where the power of the ice is coming from. So you walk in here, you're like, ooh, a little ice cavern, let's check this out. It might be something interesting, something related to the ice spikes. You walk in here, it's getting colder, you hear breathing, and you're like, ooh, what's this? And you see in the opening, or what looks to be a shape of something, and you're like, oh, what is this? But then as you walk up here, you see a giant, dormant, sleeping fox dragon that is clearly encased by ice and is the cause of the ice in Glacious, the cause of all the problems, but also the protector of the land. So you just have to sit there in awe and be like, wow, this is a thing. Yeah, like, that's pretty much the kind of story I have at the moment, is that this giant fox it's asleep, but it's fully conscious of what's going on and what's happening. It knows what the people are doing, and it's not too fond of it. That's enough of the story segment. Let me go off about a couple of things that I have noticed while building this. And, yeah, let's get a closer look to the build. One thing I will forever say with this will never be 100% mob proof. I have actually said it, whoops, that there is no way for any mobs to get up to that area. So if you're, like, visiting and just standing here, there will never be a way for a mob to get up, so you're relatively safe up there. But all in here is deadly and dangerous, and I've been blown up by many creepers. I have been killed many times by mobs. But yes, this is a big build, and like to mob proof it, like I've tried my best with a couple bits of lighting here and there like that. But most of the areas are slabs and stairs, and there's no light source that are purely white, other than the sea lanterns, but that's like white and blue, so it won't match. So I couldn't necessarily have like a sea lantern here or have it poking out there, and it would look weird and strange like it is over here. But I would kill for Minecraft to have an ice torch, because even doing the skirting around here, sea lanterns have a high enough light level to melt normal ice. So the sea lanterns being here, I've had to strategically put them so they wouldn't melt anywhere. And when I was lighting up the roof, I couldn't put any normal ice around because it would melt the entire roof. So they're just a couple nitpicks. Like, I would love for ice lanterns to be a thing. They would be amazing. Like, give them a light level of 15, but just so they can't melt snow, ice, or any other meltable object. What was the other thing that I wanted to point out? Oh yeah, wings. Wings are fun. They're so much fun to do. This took me a while. I did a lot of, at first it was just blank slates, and then I was like trying to add depth into it. So yeah, I messed around with that a lot. But yeah, this is the Dragon Guardian. One other thing I want to show is, I don't show this on camera, but I do run around my area with shaders a lot. And I just want to show what this looks like with my favorite shader pack, the BSL shaders, because they are beautiful and they make my area look so much better than it actually is. But yes, these shaders look lovely. I think it's because it just illuminates the lights but makes everything more dreary. It makes the area feel a lot more cold, and I think it's because instead of it giving everything like the coloured hue, it gives everything like a whitey bluish hue. So it makes everything a lot more colder and yeah, very chilly feeling. So I love this shader pack, especially in this area. It looks gorgeous. But yes, that's this project finally finished. Something I am very happy with even trying in the first place, because it was something I was very worried to try out. But yeah, I'd say I did pretty well with it. But yes, it is all done now, so time to move on to another project. That project altogether, I think, took about 15 or 16 hours. The fox took me about, I don't know, 9-10 hours. And then doing the outlining and all the other stuff took about another 7 or so hours, because there was one point where I'd built up half the walls, hated how it looked, ripped it all down, then built it up again. And that was like 5 hours of work that just went down the drain because I wasn't happy with it. So yeah, a lot of the time, well, some of the time was user fault, but yeah, it was still a long time. But yeah, that Fox took about 9 or 10 hours, which is pretty quick considering how I've never tried it before, like that kind of shape before. So yeah, I'd say it was a win. But here, as I said in the last episode, I was going to get on to doing my armorer. I just didn't think I'd get my other project done in time. So this is going to be the next job site. Not as a big scale as the giant fox, but still a thing that needs to be done because I need my armor, like really badly. So I might throw us into a time lapse, might not, we'll see how we go. And yeah, I'll be back when this is probably finished and ready to go. While I was designing this house in a creative sketch world, I was sitting there debating how to make it look different compared to this house here. And since the two areas kind of go together one-on-one, one's a toolsmith shop and one's a armorer's shop, I kind of wasn't sure whether I wanted them to have the same style inside or have them look completely different. So when I was originally designing this one, the interior, all I wanted was anvils everywhere, a lot of furnaces, tools everywhere, armor everywhere. To make it look like, obviously, a blacksmith shop. This is where all the iron gets smelted, and this is where all the business happens. And so, after doing that, I was like, I need an area for my armorers as well. So when I was designing this house, I didn't have anything to put on the inside, because I'd already used, like, the toolsmith idea in this house here. And so I decided to take it a little bit in a different direction and go with a cute little clothes store. So if we open the doors here, we have the clothing that the people of Glacious wear. You'll see that these people are actually wearing these outfits over on the docks, the ones that are bringing in all the stock for the nation. And so yeah, this is like a little clothes store where the people of Glacious buy their clothing from. Doesn't have any shopkeepers at the moment. The villagers will eventually get here. Not sure when they will, but they will eventually when I get the time. But yeah, I'm happy with this. I decided to go for a lot more brighter colours for the roof, even though I have used, pretty sure the bright purple over on that roof over there, yeah. Decided to go for a more brighter colour so it contrasts nice with like the dark wood and then the light wood and darker roof here. So yeah, I kind of like this one. He's kind of cute. And I really like the little flowers on the window. So for the last part of this episode, what I was thinking, I'm going to set up my beacon. I think right here should be a good enough field of view for my beacon effect. And so I'm just going to dig straight down until, I don't know, I think my mine's somewhere under here, so I might have an already dug out spot. So let's just keep going down and hope for the best. Yeah, I never officially acknowledged that I did get a beacon a long while back. Never thought to show the wither fight because I did cheese it by chucking it underneath the end portal. So yeah, I never thought to show it off. Yeah, it is right next to the mine I built. Okay, this makes life a little bit easier. Yeah, what was I saying? I got very distracted with trying to kill all the mobs that were trying to kill me. Yeah, I've never actually, in vanilla, never killed the wither normally. Like, I've always cheesed it by either sticking it in a long tunnel or by putting it in the end and sticking it underneath the bedrock where, the dragon spawns. And so, yeah, I think it might be an interesting idea for me with the other two people on the SMP, which I don't think either of them have killed the wither normally either. I think both of them have cheesed it as well every time they've got a beacon. Don't quote me on that, I might be completely wrong. But yeah, I think it might be an interesting idea for the three of us to go up against a wither. We might be a laughing stock, but I'd imagine it'd be really funny because, yeah, like, just the three of us who are very inexperienced with playing this game, as well as being very inexperienced with fighting the wither. We only know basic textbook knowledge about the boss, we don't know how it actually physically works. So yeah, it might be an interesting idea to get, like, a community beacon with the 3 of us by killing the wither normally. And I think that's the last of it. I think I've got that fully set up, maybe? Let's just double check, make sure I've got everything. Yeah, that should be all of it. Okay, so let's get this beacon finally set up. And I'll pop you down here. So what I was thinking is I was thinking of giving myself speed as well as regeneration, because it's annoying having to waddle around the area all the time. Now we have a pillar into our area, and this time it's not a temporary block like all my other beacons have been. And I'm feeling a little bit more speedy. With that, I think I'm going to leave this episode here. I am pretty happy with the progress we made today. We got the house done, I finally got to show off my fox, which I am pretty happy with. And yeah, in the next episode, I'm not sure what we're doing. Maybe getting this area here started and hopefully complete, so I can move on to a big project that I have planned for over here. That's probably going to be a couple episodes away, not too sure, but yeah, we'll see. We'll get there in the end. But yeah, I'm going to leave this episode here. If you guys like the video, give the video a thumbs up, and maybe subscribe if you want to stick around. All good. I'll see you guys next time. See ya!